Greetings and welcome to Hexed Encountered. I'm Joe. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a game I found on Kickstarter. It's part of a series of games called Solo Game of the Month that are all designed by Gabe Barrett. And as far as I know, they're mostly available through Kickstarter. He churns out one every month. It took a little bit to get the game itself. Very cool small box, as you can see. Here's my hand on top of the box. It is, for those of us who, like me, are children of the 80s, this is basically like a VHS size box. It's even got the same look for those of us back in the day who used to rent movies at Blockbuster or your local video rental place. Very, very cool retro kind of thing. So if we flip her over and look at the back, these are all purpose designed solo games. So this would be perfect for our solitaire Sunday game. We got one player. It's 40 minutes long, ages 14 and up. And brief description, you're on the island of Okinawa, and this is the last battle of World War II. The fighting is intense, the casualties are high, and now it's up to you to lead your soldiers to victory using dice to activate and upgrade actions on your rondel as you capture objectives, defeat the enemy, and save the day. Art by Monnier and graphic design Drew Corkle. Bestwithone.com is where you can go to check out all the different offerings. As I said, they do come out on Kickstarter, I think once a month. So pretty cool system. And if we open up the box here, you can see the contents. We've got some cards, right? So here's the Rifleman cards, and I'll go through all of these here in a bit. Then we've got more cards here and some symbols. So you can see the cards are a little different. These two cards are different and there's symbology on there. And we'll go through that when we get to the rules. We've got a bunch of dice here. So a whole bunch of D10s. We got 6 red and 1 black. We have some custom 6-sided dice with numbers on them, as you can see, but not in the standard pip fashion. We've got a meeple, 1 blue meeple. Got some bags for our counters, I would assume. We do have some counters, as I just mentioned. Here are our counters. So you can see we got some bursts with numbers on them, some various symbols. I just opened this. There is no shrink, but I just opened it, so I haven't even gone through the rules or anything yet. Those are Japanese headgear. Flag raising. I guess you have stages of victory is probably, I'm guessing, what that might be for. And then you've got some soldiers here on the bottom. Okay, so we'll crack into that as well. Here is our rule book. So let's slide that out of the way and take a look at the rule book. It is a rule pamphlet. It is pretty small because it has to fit in our friendly VHS style case here. It's pretty, it's 22 pages, but as you can see, the text on the page is pretty small. So if we start here, we have our components, 10 basic action cards. That would be these guys right here. Then we've got 15 reinforcement action cards. I don't see that here, but we have 16 known enemy cards. I'm guessing that would be this. That looks like the neighborhood friendly, well, not so friendly neighborhood knee mortar. And then you've got 10 unknown enemy cards. So 16 known enemy cards and 10 unknown enemy cards, a resupply card, and objective cards. Scenario cards, minefield cards, number tokens, health tokens, resupply tokens, 14 fog of war tokens, damage tokens, suppress tokens, 9 circle tokens, a command pawn. Right, we saw the blue meeple. 16 Japanese soldier tokens. 7 D10? Oh, yeah. 7 D10 enemy dice. 6 red, 1 black. I thought it was saying 7 red, and I was like, I only have 6. But I did not read. Reading is fundamental. 6 action dice and a flag token and a flagpole tile. Okay, then we got our run through here of setting it up. You place your 10 basic action cards in 2 action rows of 5 cards each, side up with space for an enemy row in between them. The order of the basic action cards should typically be as shown in the setup image. So this is the setup image, I guess. Here are our soldier cards. We've got enemy cards. Here you can see how everything's laid out. So this walks you through the game, and I'm going to do a gameplay video on this as well. This one will probably be a fairly short video where we're just looking at the components. Winning and losing. To win the game, you must complete all 4 objectives, ending with the final stand at Hill 89 within the number of laps around the battlefield allowed by each objective. A lap is completed each time you move the command pawn from the last numbered action space back to the first. Okay. Playing the game, Okinawa plays over an indeterminate number of player and enemy turns, going back and forth between the two. On your turn, you will roll and use the action dice to move around the battlefield, activating action cards as you go and completing objectives. At the end of each player turn, an enemy turn occurs in which the enemies on the battlefield attack in an attempt to damage you based on where your command pawn is. Objective setups. I'm not going to go through all of this. You can see Kakazu Ridge here is obviously one of the objectives. You've got known enemy cards that we saw in the list of components. Unknown enemy cards, upgrade, which would upgrade one of your action cards to its veteran side. So that sounds good. Objective location. Here's the playing a turn. You've got movement, resupply tokens, veteran action upgrades, sandbags, grenades, binoculars, med kit, and adjust for basically a DRM, I guess. Resupply die, refuel, activating an action card of icons and effects. We've got soldier damage, armor damage, scout, destroy soldier, sandbag token, destroy armor, heal, which allows you to recover 1 health, reposition, adjust, and then you have enemy cards. 1 arrow icon, these point to the action spaces that an enemy card will attack during the enemy turn. So basically where your forces are in relation to where this card is will determine which of yours they can attack, which of your action spaces this enemy card would be able to attack. Enemy type, soldier type, the shield would indicate an armor type. Enemy health is 3, so they have 2 in this case. Fog of war is 4. And 5 is damage, and 6 is the enemy effect, which is not on this card, I guess. So there is no 6 there. Enemy card icons and effects, die effects, move, Japanese soldier tokens, defeating your enemies, the enemy turns, how you resolve your enemy attacks, advancing enemy cards, beating an objective by completing it or capturing it. Completing an objective, capturing an objective. Hill 89, the final objective. And then adjusting difficulty. You can make the game a little easier or a little harder. You can take extra, you can basically add or remove sandbags, I guess. And extra action die to your dice pool for objectives 1 and 2. You may also replace 2 rifleman cards with reinforcement cards. And here's our icon reference. And that is a look at the game itself. Now, I also got this dice tower, which I have not assembled yet, but you will see that when I do the playthrough of the game. So it's kind of cool. It's cardboard, as you might expect. It's going to punch out the holes and obviously piece it together, but you get a good look at the artwork in this game. The artwork seems pretty cool to me. Obviously, this side is blank, so this will be on the inside, but I'll put this together and I'll show it off when we do the first gameplay video, which would be the next video. So I'm not going to bust into the cards here. I think in the rule book, you got a good look at all the various components of the game. Slide this up. You can see this is basically what's in the game, and then a bunch of baggies, and of course, our lone command pawn, plus the rule book. And that is a look at Okinawa, the last battle of World War II. It is a solo board game of the month designed by Gabe Barrett. And as I mentioned, it is available here from bestwithone.com. And that is a look at the game. And next time up, we will be doing a playthrough, so be on the lookout for that, because that is the next episode of Solitaire Sunday. But that will do it for this one. I do appreciate you guys watching. If you have questions or comments, please let me know. Please consider liking, sharing, and/or subscribing. Hit the bell for notifications. And again, thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I'm Joe. This is the Hexed Encounter channel. And as always, happy gaming.